talk about how you can hear the gospel a million times and you can actually never get saved because you didn't fully receive what was being said. And I think this has happened to the majority of people these days, is they've indeed heard the gospel and some of them have thought that they believed it, but they haven't put to rest that there's nothing good that they do in their flesh that can help in their salvation or even at all in their life. So when you hear the words, you are a sin and you need a savior, a lot of people think of the worst things that they've ever done in their life, or just like the bad things that they do as sin. So they think about, well, I lied to some people sometimes, or sometimes I get angry and those are my sins and that's what Jesus died for. And when they don't think that, okay, so that's okay. So like, let's say they hear the gospel, they say, okay, so Jesus died for some of those things that I do wrong in life. Okay, Jesus, you're my savior. You saved me. I believe you're my savior. How is that going to get someone saved if they don't believe that their entire everything that they do is a falling short of the righteousness of God, which is Romans 3:2-3. Like, literally everything you do is fallen short of Christ. You need him to die for everything. It's not just the times that the church says that you were a sinner or you think we're so bad. So then what happens is they are not receiving the Spirit because they're only thinking like Jesus is an atonement for certain things in their life, and they're not going to receive the Spirit because they haven't like fully realized that it's all Jesus, none of them. They're still putting themselves as a thing, and I think that people don't even realize that that has happened to them at all. I think that because of the way that religion has unfortunately taught sin as just being the naughty thing somebody does, they don't realize that the actual word is for falling short of the standard of God's law, which we do every moment of every day. And the only way we don't do that is by receiving Christ's righteousness through faith, that every single thing that we do falls short of the Christ, that there's a full conviction there, that it's every single thing. It's not just a few things. And that has to be what you have to do. You have to believe in the full gospel. You can't just think, okay, like sometimes I need Jesus for my bad days, or even, but I think people hear the gospel, they hear it, they're like, yes, I believe that Jesus died for my sins, rose again on the third day. But in their mind, when they think of sins, they're thinking that drinking, partying, smoking people part of themselves, not just like every day when you wake up and you're not worshiping God with all your heart, mind, and soul and spirit, and you're not loving your neighbor. Like it's the you. It's the you. All of you outside of Christ is sin. And because of people's ego and because of the way that it's been taught, people think that the sin thing is the like scandalous things, like, and it's like, that's not what it is. So you gotta realize that Jesus is not, it's a free gift. It is not that you're gonna go and do anything that would make you deserve it, because there's absolutely nothing that you would do that would make you deserve it. And if you think that there is something that would make you deserve it, again, then you're putting yourself into the gospel. You have to believe, you have to literally believe that it's none of you, it's all Jesus, that he died for all of you, atoned for all of you, and rose again. And I think there's only a very, very, very few minority of people who are actually going to actually think that everything that they do is basically falling short of God's standard. Because I think a lot of people think that there's parts of themselves that do fit up to it. I mean, just looking at it. So